The Detroit Lions get the win over the Los Angeles Rams 26-20 in overtime. What a classic of a game. This is now the second one in a row between these two. That was just an absolute classic. Today we're going to break down the game. We're going to go through some highlights, obviously. We're going to talk about some winners and losers from this game, player-wise. Just kind of, talk about the game itself. And then we'll go through a little overview at the end of, what does this game mean moving forward. The Lions are 1-0. Let's go ahead and get started with the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Let me know what you thought of the game. And also, sorry my voice is super raspy. I'm getting over a sickness right now. It's been bad the last couple days, and I want to get this video out before it's too late. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Starting off with, we got the dub. I'll throw in some highlights for you guys right here. And obviously, this is a big win. I don't care what anyone says about how the Rams were injured. The Lions were missing key starters too. DJ Reader, iffy, and we're also missing our receivers that are going to be starting soon as well, like Tim Patrick and all them. So overall, this is a good win. This is a really good win against a really good Rams team. It started off a little sloppy. The offense wasn't looking great. The defense looked really good. The Rams' game plan was to come out, Stafford, get the ball out as quick as you can, tear apart our secondary, which he did pretty well. Secondary held up very well, though. Held them to 3 points at halftime. And then their defensive game plan was to cover the middle of the field, make sure that Amon-Ra and Laporta are locked down, and they did that very well as well. The Rams' game plan worked way better than ours because our game plan was to establish the O-line, get the run game going, and then open up and start throwing downfield. Now, the second part of that worked. The first part didn't. First half was all right, 10-3. Got a nice Jahmyr Gibbs touchdown in there. 2 nice drives. Only had 3 drives the whole first half. Second half, stagnant. We got the one J-Mo 52-yard touchdown. What an electric play that was. Outside of that, we didn't do anything. And then all of a sudden, we were up 17-3. We were like, oh, it felt like the game was kind of in the bag. And then all of a sudden, defense kind of started letting some big plays go. And Goff throws an interception. All of a sudden, we're down 20-17 with 4 minutes left. Goff almost throws another interception. And then the defense makes a big play, Terry Arnold in coverage on Cooper Kupp. Great coverage. And we get the ball back. 2 minutes to go. Jared Goff leads the herd down the field and sets up Jake Bates for a nice field goal. We go to OT. Stafford and Goff walk out to the 50-yard line. Stafford sets tails. It's heads. Jared Goff walks back to the sideline. Him and Dan Campbell are smiling and laughing because they know that the offense is about to put the game away. And honestly, I would have trusted our defense to get a stop on Stafford and maybe hold him to at least a field goal, but I'm so glad we won that coin toss because I knew we were going to win the game automatically once we got it. We walked down the field. We get the dub, and the Lions are 1-0. David Montgomery just going. I don't know if it was David Montgomery or if it was beast mode. Was it prime Marshawn Lynch or was it David Montgomery? You tell me, because I can't tell who that was on the field. That was insanity. Now, going through some winners and losers. Winners, obviously, Jameson Williams, a guy who has been criticized his whole career, finally getting that moment. And he's got a full offseason under him, finally. People can shut up about him being a bust, not worth a 12th pick, because he was. You saw how much value he brings to this team when Amon-Ra and Laporta are being contained. Now we have Jameson Williams, and you can't just contain Amon-Ra and Laporta. You have to worry about Demo, Gibbs, and J-Mo. Wow, that's a lot to cover. Outside of that, the J-Mo looked good. Obviously, so happy. His energy, his vibes. I can't watch a J-Mo video without smiling. I just love the dude. He's an amazing player. He's going to be a top 5 to 10 receiver in the league. I promise you that. Now, moving on from him, David Montgomery. The dude who just went beast mode, had a good first quarter as well, and then just comes in overtime and just runs through the Rams defense like it's fucking nothing. That was absolutely amazing. And then Alex Anzalone was the other one who really stood out. He played great. Had 13 tackles and 3 tackles for loss as well. J-Mo with 150 total yards and a touchdown. And David Montgomery had close to 100 as well with a touchdown. Some disappointments. Obviously, Amon-Ra and Laporta didn't do much. They were contained. It's first game. They're probably a little rusty. They were slipping a little bit. They still did their thing, though, clearing out, doing their thing in the middle of the field, allowing the guys outside to get open and blocking as well. They'll be fine. Just shaking off the rust, and they're moving into next week, and they're going to be insane next week. They just, shaking off the rust, and the Rams game plan worked well, too. They'll be fine. Brian Branch missed a couple tackles. He told Dan Campbell he's never going to miss him again, and he played a pretty decent second half, so I'm not too worried about him. Overall, though, not too many complaints from this team, but they looked a little rusty out there. Going through the overall takeaways of this game, they didn't look great. right? Marcus Davenport looked amazing, by the way. I mean, I always get him and DJ Reader kind of mixed up with their injuries. I didn't know Davenport was starting. I kind of forgot. And I seen him out there. I was like, holy crap. This is the best edge rusher outside of Aiden Hutchinson that we've had, like, I swear, ever. Like, this dude looked good. I think he had, like, 7 or 8 pressures as well, which was amazing. And I think he had, no, it was Levi Onzarike who did have a sack, as well as another 6 pressures. Wow. The D-line's looking great. Aleem did his thing as well. You know, he didn't get stats, but, you know, he did his thing. And then once we get Reader back, man, it's going to be looking good. And overall, takeaways, we're 1-0, right? We beat a good Rams team. I know they were without Puka Nacua for a half, but guess what? We were missing key guys too. And we looked a little rusty. We shook off the rust. The offense did their thing. They clutched up in the end. They went down the field and they won us the game. The defense, I think, looks way better than last season, even just one game. We looked way better against a good offense, and I think that is going to make a huge difference moving forward. I've got a lot of confidence in this team. I just think that they need to continue to put it all together, play as one. You know, we can't do what we did last year where the offense shows up and the defense doesn't, or the defense shows up and the offense doesn't. We need to play as one. And if we do that, we'll be in New Orleans and we'll be winning the Super Bowl. I can promise you that. We looked good, and if this is one of the worst games we play all year, if it's one of the 3 or 4 worst games we play all year, we will win 12, 13 games. If it's one of the best games we played all year, we might not even win 9. So we got to make this one of our worst games, like Dan Campbell said in his speech. If this is not the Detroit Lions at full potential, this is maybe like 40 or 50%. We still got double that we can do. So let's go ahead and let's keep it moving. 1-0. Let's head into Detroit next week, back at home, and let's take down the Bucs in another playoff rematch. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of the game. Peace.